season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. And the Golden Bears will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his spot. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So Texas offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's Butler. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Simon. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. There's the pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got it behind the line. It's Winston. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incomplete.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
So Cal's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interesting to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, bro.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jackson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Golden Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll leave it with him. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Golden Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the back. This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to... They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one splits the uprights. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. They'll move the tight end. Off-play action on first down. Quick strike complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. Snagged in the middle. It's Butler. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Simon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice move there. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grab to the marker. It's Winston. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. The 40. The 30. He's at the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Torres. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Now inside the 20. First and 10 from the 18. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal. Touchdown, Texas! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the right. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Simon. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Butler. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. To the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Second down, he'll throw it. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner will be dragged down. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finding an escape route. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to ride this running back. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he crushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds his man in the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Simon. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Winston. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rushes on him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pulls it in. It's DeMarco. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This Jr. making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more.
Makes the grab on the right. Touchdown, Texans! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got his man. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. The Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Snap in the shotgun. Under fire. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pass their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Butler. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, and you don't want to make it interesting, right? You got a 2-possession lead. You want to go out there, take care of the football, cough it up. The coaches are going to be very, very ticked off. The defense now, go make them earn it all the way down the field. Let that clock run out.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And the defense, got him at the 27. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. He's at touchdown Longhorn. And they turn it into a defensive score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner goes down. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He's got the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very